Mhm. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My DJs, what is going on? Happy Friday. Alrighty, I think my last post when I did the live stream early this morning. Yeah, I did that early morning live stream. Yeah, thanks to everybody who had came in and hit the like button. It's kind of busy today. I had a class. It is 5:25 p.m. Pacific West Coast time right now. Anyways, man, let's get right onto it. I don't want to waste no time. Let's get into the markets. All right, what do we have Bitcoin at right now? We got Bitcoin at 84,000. 84,379. So yeah, Bitcoin has been trading flat for over a week, man. It's been trading flat. Ethereum is at 1,500. We got XRP, $2.06. Um, been trading flat just like Bitcoin and ETH. Just like Bitcoin and ETH has been trading flat. Okay, my mouse just wants to die on me. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. All right, I have to reset my mouse. All right, here we go. Okay, we got Solana at 133, up 10.2% for the 7 day. So out of all three of them, out of all four of them, Solana has been outperforming XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin over the last week. Anyways, let's get right on to it, man. Let's get right on to it. Let's talk about the alts. Okay, let's start with Zen Crypto. Do a checkup on Zen, see what's going on. It's been trading kind of looking, more kind of bearish over the last couple of weeks. Okay, we got Zen Crypto. We are down. Look like we're down. Let me see here. Yep, 31% for the month. Okay, we're definitely oversold. We've been oversold for the last several months. Zen Crypto's been oversold. We're down 6% for the week. It looked like we got a little small bull flag in the 1 hour. We're up just 0.1% in the 1 hour. I believe, man, we're overdue for a pump with Zen Crypto. Don't you guys think? Definitely, man. We've been oversold for several months now. We're at a 11 million market cap. We got three listings, including Gate.io, Mex, BingS, Bitmart, BitGet, KuCoin, and Mex. So we got six listings, and this is the one one of the only few altcoins um, as far as smart contracts that you could swap on 13 different chains. So 13 different blockchains have their version of Zen Crypto, including Ethereum and Solana. So, it's definitely gonna, I know some people's getting tired of waiting. They're like, what's going on with Zen? What's going on with X1 and all that? Hey, we got to sit back and wait, man. Definitely got to sit back and wait, try to follow them on X. They got their Telegram group. It's just one of those things. The only thing we can do at this point, just stay locked and loaded. Like we all know, this crypto market is unpredictable. Um, definitely an unpredictable market. I'm locked and loaded, man. I'm holding my 4 billion Zen. I'm holding all 4 billion. Some people ask me, "Oh, are you still holding XCN?" Yeah, of course I am. Like I said, I'm holding my 4 billion strong, waiting for this to explode eventually, just like we did like months back. But we're definitely way oversold. Just take a look at XPR network. All righty, we got XPR. I know some of my subscribers is holding big bags of this crypto. XPR is at 2036. It's up 1%, 0.1% for the 1 hour. Um, I believe it's still over. It's been trading kind of flat for the last few months, but it's down 5.6% for the month, that's nothing at all. You're talking about crypto, you know, only down over 5% in a 1 month, down 4% in a 1 week. I highly believe that XPR network, that this crypto is still in accumulation phase. Definitely, I'll say definitely keep accumulating, filling up because this crypto's excuse me, XPR. It's only going to be a matter of time. The question is, it's not if, it's when. For this, they got their own. They're doing everything on chain. The identity, the metal pay. They got the. I did the video the other day. They got the connection with Ripple XRP with their DeFi, with their on-chain DeFi. These guys are doing it big, and their blockchain is an actual supercomputer. You can't get no better than that, guys. And their connection with Ripple as well, the meticulous, what they're doing. These guys, man, is still under the radar. XPR is definitely a hit beast. This is definitely a hidden beast, man. XPR. But anyways, next up, take a look at Zebec. I know there's a lot of people's holding big bags of Zebec. It's been trading flat. It got a little pump the other day with Zebec. It's up just 5% for the week. It's up 3.2%. But it's definitely Zebec is eventually, it's just a question of when, not if, but when. A lot of people in the community expecting this token to pump just like XCN and Swift did, but definitely can possibly do it. They got enough listings already. They got the crypto.com, Gate.io. They just don't have Coinbase and Binance. But that's not a big deal. It's best to get in these before they hit the big exchanges. But by the time they hit the big exchanges, then boom, here comes the manipulation and things kind of slow down. We saw this happen, with Coinbase, with the meme coins. But Zebec is on Solana. Honestly, I think that I don't know, the powers to be could be holding this back on purpose. I'm surprised that Zebec hasn't done a, a 10x by now, like pumped up to like, at least to like 30% of opinion, which is it's already been up there to that price. If you look at that 1 year chart, it's already been up to 32% of opinion. But I think by now, this coin is overdue for a pump. Everybody's waiting on Zebec to go parabolic, but I believe it eventually will. Alrighty, guys. Um, let's get to the main event here, man. The main event, and that is Sora. Alrighty, man. So Sora, man, it looked like Sora, man. We found levels of support, man. We definitely found support. We saw what happened yesterday. We took a big dip yesterday. We dipped over 60 some percent yesterday. I was like, okay, my bag is shrinking. But you know what, Sora, this is still in my portfolio. I can't speak for nobody else. I only can speak for myself. In my portfolio, Sora is still my number one position. When I say number one, as far as the dollar amount, this is the number one position for as far as dollar amount. This went from being last in my portfolio, from being last to my number one position, and that literally happened within a week. When we did that that 3,000% pump within a week, that was amazing. This is the only crypto that's done that. I know there's been a lot of speculation. People still got a lot of questions about Sora. This market is unpredictable. Sometimes we don't let's go back about a week and a half ago, just a week and a half ago, not even 2 weeks. I called it at, like I said this over and over. I called this at 15 zeros 20. Now, mind you, that wasn't my first time getting it. I was already in Sora. I was in Sora many months ago, and I covered this on my Patreon months ago, and I had already covered it. I gave it to them first in the Patreon. This was like, I forgot how many months this was. Okay, I think this was about 4 months ago. I'll say about 3 to 4 months ago. I first covered this in Patreon. All right, I got in at 10 zeros. All right, I got in at 10 zeros. Um, and then I thought that was the bottom. And at that time, it was a lot of fun. Most people already wrote this project off as a scam that is getting ready to rug pull. Even I was like, okay, I'll take the risk. If it rug pulls, it rug pulls. Bought at 10 zeros. It continued to crash. People at this point, people's down a lot of money. Even that got in this play before I did. When you go to the coin market cap community, there's people who was in this play at 5 zeros, 6 zeros, 7 zeros, 8 zeros, nine. I got in at 10 zeros, thought that was the bottom, but I was wrong. That wasn't the bottom. As time went on, as a couple of months went by, we're at 11 zeros, 12 zeros, 13 zeros. We got down to 14 zeros. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, is this thing on a rug pull already? It got all the way down to 15 zeros. 15 zeros. Then I'm like, okay, at this point, most of the community's writing this off as a scam rug pull. If I'm not gonna lie to you, like I said before, even I thought this was gonna be a rug pull. I was actually expecting this to rug pull. I was like, okay, the money I put in this, hey, I'm just gonna write it off, whatever. That was money that I was willing to lose. I actually looked at Sora as just a wild card lottery play. Definitely, this was definitely a wild card lottery play for my portfolio. Then we had that flash crash, right? The last flash crash that we had, Sora. It was holding at, I think the bottom was 15 zeros 19. Then I'm like, okay, this thing is getting ready to crash down to 16 zeros. But lo and behold, it held. It held support at 15 zeros 20s. Even when we were flash crashing the whole crypto market, there was a couple of days where we got a couple of green days. I'm like, what's going on? I was expecting this thing to go ahead and crash and rug pull, but it didn't. Then I was like, okay, I see that it's holding support at 15 zeros 20. I'm like, all right, so I did the video on it. I did the video talking about it. Like, okay, this could rug pull. This is the risk I'm taking. I think I threw about 30, $35 in there. I threw 30 to $35 in there. At this point, my portfolio was only worth about maybe what what was it, $5? Yeah, I literally had about $5 worth in there for my original 30, $35 investment back when it was at 10 zeros. All that got wiped out, right? When this thing flushed down to 15 zeros, that all got wiped out to like pennies on a dollar, right? Like a couple of dollars. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw another 30, $35 in this. Whatever happens, happens. I picked up some more. I picked up a couple of like trillions or quadrillion coins. Long story short, that 30, $35 I put at 15 zeros 20. In about a week, we did that 3,000% pump, and that whatever 30, 35 that I threw in there, at 15 zeros. So I was like, okay, at least if I buy at this price, I'm getting my average down. Even though a lot of us got wiped out at 10, 11 zeros, I could at least get my average down and see what happens. That 30, $35 turned into like 2 grand, you know, and I didn't, when we hit 13 zeros, I didn't even take profits. I could have took some profits off the table. I didn't. I held, but I kept buying. We did since then. We dipped a few times. I bought more. Long story short, uh, the point that I'm trying to get, sometimes in crypto, we don't know what's going to happen. You just got to go with your gut. I knew that SORA was way oversold. Then I started doing more research on SORA about their tokenomics of what happened. Because, a lot of people ask questions. Well, why did it go from $900 to like 15 zeros since 2021? Come to find out, if you guys go read on their website, go to their X, it explains it all, man. Like there was something wrong. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a separate video, and I'm gonna go over some of the stuff they talked about, but they had no reserves or something like that. There was something with their economy, their reserves. So it kind of messed up their tokenomics. And they kept printing and printing, right? Like I said, a lot of people wrote this off as a scam. Like their liquidity is basically the people who's buying. And then they just print more. But that's really not the case. Now they did the upgrade to V3. They're now V3, and their tokenomics is deflationary. And I try to explain to people, people just act like they can't comprehend what people are saying. I don't know. I think some people um, never really paid attention in school or something. I don't know, man. But they did the upgrade to V3. So basically, long story short, their tokenomics. So on the network, on the SORA network, transactions are being processed 24/7 on the SORA network. So that when they process those transactions, that burns SORA. It's automatically being burned. So which means it makes the tokenomics deflationary. So this is like I said, this is not an overnight thing. This is definitely long-term play. Hey, if people want to, take quick profits and sell, hey, that's fine. People can do what they want. Um, but like I said, I'm holding more long-term, and like I said, but if we do another major pump, I may maybe take a little bit of profits off, let it come back down a little bit because, like I said, this coin is highly volatile, one of the most volatile cryptos right now. The price, like I said, the price can jump really fast on the upside, but you got to realize it can also dip. It can also dip really fast on the downside. So that's another thing about this crypto. The key is getting in at the right price, getting in when it's at the bottom. I believe the new bottom is 14,021. I believe that's the new bottom. Like we did that dump yesterday down to 1421. A lot of us are saying, okay, this is going down to 15 zeros. I actually thought this was going to go back down to 15 zeros yesterday, but it didn't. Then after that, we jumped from 1421 all the way back up to 1450 yesterday. I was like, wow. Like this just shows you how the crypto market is sometimes, man. Never assume a coin is going to go to a certain price or do this. Never assume. You just got to stay locked and loaded and ready. Always, be ready. But, long story short. But anyways, guys, um, just, I keep preaching this over and over again. Like I said, this market is unpredictable. I've been finding these plays like this for 4 years, guys, for 4 years. You know, like I said, hey, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was the crypto nation effect or some type of crypto nation magic. But when I saw that it was holding support at 15 zeros 20, I'm like, all right, I did the video. I was like, you know what? Go ahead and buy more, get my average down. And I honestly wasn't expecting for us to get a 3,000% pump in a week, but we did. But we did. The key is to get locked and loaded and find the bottoms, man. People always ask me, even in the live stream, oh, is it a good time to get sore? Blah blah blah. Should I get some now? Dude, you got to do your research, man. Look for the bottom. I can tell you guys, the bottom is 14 zeros. The new bottom was 14 zeros 20, and that happened yesterday. That was the new bottom. We didn't dump the 15 zeros. I'm thinking if we were gonna dump back to 15 zeros, I'm assuming it would have happened yesterday, but it didn't. We actually went back up to 50, 14 zeros 50. But anyways, right now we're at about 14 zeros 30 or 35, 36 right now. The prices, it moves so fast. But anyways, guys, I didn't mean to make this video that long talking about Sora. But anyways, long story short, I've been doing research. I'm gonna be doing another video later tonight. Um, this is definitely going to be something big. They're talking about a global monetary system. This is definitely a real project. This is not a scam. Their tokenomics was just kind of funky at first, but they're making a 360 turnaround now. But hey, I believe this is going to be a crypto that can make a lot of us in the 6 or 7 figures over the next 6, 7, 8, 9 months. But anyways, guys, I'm locked and loaded. I think Sora, this thing is going to explode. Another thing is this coin is still way oversold, man. We are way oversold. Let's go back here. Go to that all-time chart. You can see here we was over. Coin market cap shows 800 or something dollars, but it was higher than that. It was about 900, a little bit over 900. You're talking about a crypto that's just it's beyond way oversold. Beyond. You look at that all-time chart down 100%. The 1 year chart down 100%. See, that's the key, man. That's how I've been finding these plays for the last 4 years. I look for a lot of these low cap utilities that are way oversold, man. And that is the key to getting these plays when they're way oversold, especially when our market caps is like 50 million market cap and under. And these are the plays you get into, and these are the plays that can make you life changing gains. I called Swift Coin. I even called Jasmine Coin 4 years ago. I called AOS Network about 2 years ago. I called AOS Network when it was at a penny. That coin went from a penny all the way up to like $1.20 something. Even though I admit I made a mistake and sold a little early with AOS, but I still made a nice bag with AOS 2 years ago. And I diversified my portfolio. After that, but um, I called all these plays, man. But hey, none of this is financial advice, by the way. I can only tell you what I'm doing, and this is how I play crypto, guys. Uh, so if you want to be part of a community, you need help, you need guidance, definitely come on over to the Patreon. We got it cracking over here, man. Definitely get over here to the Patreon, man. Only $15, man. $15 a month, man. Like I said, hey, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna have this thing at $15, man. You guys got to take me seriously. I'm probably gonna go up to $20 pretty soon, just because, man, I work hard for this. But everybody who's already in the Patreon, you guys are already grandfathered in. But while this thing is still only $15 to join, that's gonna be, uh, about it, man. Better hurry up because when it goes up to $20 for the Patreon, it may even go even higher than that. I don't know. It may even go up to $25. I'm telling you guys, man. So why is that $15? Better get in. I got back-to-back videos over here that I cover these projects. We got our chat group over here. We got it going on. We give each other good advice. Hey, I'm not perfect. I'm no expert. When people find out stuff new, we are over here on Patreon, man, sharing ideas and everything. But anyways, that's that. Let's go Sora. I'm 100% bullish on this. Like literally, this coin went from like my least amount of my portfolio to my number one within like a week and a half. But anyway, Sora, um, this coin is definitely going to shock the crypto community. It's already shocking people. Better get locked and loaded. Like I said, not financial advice. I only can tell you what I'm doing, but I'm locked and loaded. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button for post notifications if you're new to the channel. Also, hey, don't forget get over to the Patreon. The link will be in the description for the Patreon. Or if you'd like to donate to the channel, my Venmo, PayPal will be in the description as well. Like to support to the channel. Also, the Patreon is there as well. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Um, I'll see you guys tonight. I'm gonna go live a little bit later tonight, probably around. I'll probably go live around 8 p.m. Pacific West Coast time tonight, which is that'll be in about like 2 to 2.5 hours, possibly about 2.5 hours. I'll go live tonight. I'm gonna try to go live, Friday night. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, man. And that's that. That's my 2 cents for today. Just remember, this is an unpredictable market. Um, We don't know what's going to happen sometimes. Just got to stay locked and loaded. I can't predict the future. I don't have the crystal ball. Just like I didn't have the crystal ball with SORA. I put myself in good position, for SORA. That it paid off. That's how it goes in crypto, man. You just got to put yourself in good position, get in early, look for the cheapest, the most like, especially the coins that are way oversold. I'm not here to tell you what cryptos to buy, by the way. I only can tell you what I'm doing, but the key is to get into plays that are way oversold, and they have a good utility, and they're possibly going to get mass adoption in the future. That's the key. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Happy Friday. Peace.